Let's give them a round of applause as they share a word. Sure.
Alrighty. Guys, I want to be very, very honest with you. I've been to a couple of youth conferences. I had the privilege of leading a youth up in Pretoria. I don't think I've ever been to a conference as loud as you guys. That's something to be very proud of. And it's an incredible privilege to be here. So thank you for having us. Ta, kick us off, why don't you? Are we going to talk about bold?
Beautiful. So I'm a bit nerdy. Trust me, I'm a bit nerdy. So when Zintle said we're talking about bold, I was like, great, dictionary moment. So I went to Google because I'm also born after the 19-somethings. And Oxford said the definition of bold was the willingness to take risks, confidence, and courageousness. They said it was the appearance of something being strong, vivid, and clear.
So, I'm going to ask someone to be bold. I need like a big guy. Zintle. Hey, Zintle, sit down. Hey, Zintle, sit down. Not you, big guy. But like a strong oak as well. This guy here, there. This guy sitting here, black shirt. You turned around. Yeah, you, come. I saw you worshiping, you're tall, bruh. I need you to stand here. I need you to stand on stage. On stage. But then you must face there. Face the back. Okay, if I tell you to fall back, I'm going to catch you.
Don't worry, I've got it.
Okay, cool.
I've got it.
Okay, cool. Fall back, Ty will catch you. Yeah, she'll catch you. Do you trust me? Do you trust me? Okay, wait. Do you trust me? Bro, I'm preaching the word of God. You must trust me, bro. You trust me? Okay, ready? No, you must face that way. You can't look. No. Bro, I got the mic. You must face that way. Okay, you trust me? Okay, on 3, eh? 1, 2, 3. Wait. Bro, you're gonna trust me. You've never met me. Thank you. You can take a seat.
Thank you so much. If you're going to be bold about something, you need to know what you're risking on.
Okay.
You need to know what you're standing on. You need to know what you're believing on. And
so when it comes to Christianity and this relationship with Jesus, we want to ask you the question, and we're talking about boldness here. Is what the Bible says, is it real? Are you willing to risk your life on a word that was written, on a book that was written thousands of years ago? Are you willing to say, God, your kingdom come, your will be done in my life, so not my will? Are you willing to take that risk where you give your life and you put it in God's hands and you say, do with it what you will? That's a risk. You've got to know that what you're doing and what you're signing yourself up for, you've got to trust in what the word says. So he shouldn't have trusted me. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know if I'm going to catch him. Ty's not going to catch him. He'll squash it.
I appreciate you thought I would, though.
But if I had to stand down here and I say, Ty, fall, I'm going to catch you. There's relationship, there's trust, there's understanding that's been built over a period of time where we've worked things out and she's learned to trust me. She's seen me pull through in more ways than one before. So we want to read from a couple of scriptures here, but the basis of our message is that we are called to something more. So I want to speak from Isaiah 60. So it says this: Arise and shine, For your light has come, the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, thick darkness the people. But the Lord will arise upon you, and his glory will be seen upon you. And the nations shall come to your light, and the kings to the brightness of your rising. In Ephesians 5 it says this, but when anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. For anything that becomes visible is light. Therefore it says, awake, O sleeper, arise from the dead, and Christ will shine in you. I want to tell you, this thing right here, it is alive.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on.
It is a call to action. It's not passive, it's something that is very active, living and breathing, and it has the power to change your life. It's not a rule book, it's a guide. Open it and watch how your life changes as the words jump off the page, infiltrate your heart, and change the way that you live.
And can I just say, the world will make this a system. It'll make it like a game, where there's rules and there's levels, and if you do this, you have that outcome. It's not. It's an invitation to a person. It's a person who sits on the throne above all thrones, who sits seated in heavenly places, and he says, come learn about me. Come meet me. Come see what I will do. This is an invitation to risk on that man. I'll fall into my husband's arms because we've walked a bit of road, but can you imagine the God that actually before you were even formed in your mother's womb, he knew you. Before you were even formed, he was dreaming about you. Before you were even formed, he was setting things up in place for your benefit. Can you risk on that man? Lekker. So we were sitting in worship and it was beautiful, guys. But I was sitting there and I felt like there's people in this room that are absolutely exhausted. I feel like there's some of you here today and you're actually exhausted. And when we say something like arise and shine, lift up your eyes, it's active, it's not passive. I feel like there are potentially some of you in this room that say, I so want that, but you don't understand. Yeah. 2 chapters before Isaiah 60, we see this context of the people of Israel, and they're in a similar place, actually. And they're grappling with something. And in verse 58, it's this dialogue of where Israel, they're trying to fast. They're abstaining from food. A little bit similar to this conference. They're abstaining from something for something better. But the wheels are falling off. To be honest, this is how they describe it. They said, there's quarreling, there's strife. They're striking each other with wicked fists. Going great, guys, going great. But I believe that there's a key in there for us. Because in verse 8 it says this, in the middle of all their mess, in the middle of them white-knuckling it and trying to do it because they can see what God has got for them, the Father says this over them. He says, then your light will break forth like the dawn, and your healing will come quickly. Yeah. Then your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard. The invitation for us today is in the middle of this world, in the middle of the chaos, in the middle of us figuring it out. Freedom Gate. Precious friends, this is what God says to us. He says, I will bring light like dawn before you. Do you know what that means? He says he is going to show you a future where it has been dark and you can't see the next steps and you can't see a future and you don't know where to go. He says, I will bring a dawn before you so you will have a future. He says, in your now, where you're standing, where your feet are, where you've got exams, not tomorrow, the next day. He says, in your now, I will heal you, and your healing will be quickly. Can I tell you that the promise of the Lord is that today He has healing for you. He won't leave you where you are. And can I say to you that what He says about your past, He says, the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard. Do you know what the glory of the Lord is? It's his name. It's Jehovah Jireh, provider, Holy One, set apart, Lion of Judah, Holy of Holies, King of Kings. The slain lamb says, I will stand behind you. So when you look at your past and the accuser tells you what's happened, what hasn't happened, actually he says, I will stand there and my name will be over your past. So behind you is the King of Kings and before you is his light. So when we sit in chapters 58 and 59, and can I say to you, if you don't feel like you have the energy, today, his dawn is before you, his healing is for now, and his character stands behind you. So, arise.
I married a firecracker, eh? Yeah! Come on! When it says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Found a good thing. Anyway, so if we go back to Isaiah 60,
Yeah.
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Not hard questions. Who is the light?
Yeah.
Jesus. Not a hard question. Not
10
a trick
points.
question either. What needs to be lit? The world. The world, right? The difference between the earth and the world, the earth is God, it's God's creation. He created, and in the beginning he said, let there be light. So the earth was lit up by God's just speaking. The world is man-made systems, right? So we look at, like, you don't have to go far. Schooling, education, medical field, financial field, music. You look around, political. The world around us is a pretty broken and sad place. And I think if we can go back to Grant, I think Grant did so well in painting the picture, and it was so funny how you can kind of see the golden thread that God's weaving, because he's sitting there and we're like, I was going to say that. But it's amazing to see in a broken world where actually how we be bold is we just climb this ladder of success and we like white knuckle fight our way through. Where with Jesus, it's not like that. What we're saying and what we're trying to pull out of Isaiah 60 is what God is calling us is to live a countercultural life that looks different from the world. So we find ourselves in the world, but we need to be different. We need to be set apart. And the way we do that is we access the hope and the glory and the future and the promise that God gives us. And it's his name, and his name is Jesus.
Yeah. It's good love.
And I think I've seen it time and time and time again of teenagers coming to me with a broken story, or young kids who have got their whole lives ahead of them saying, I don't have a purpose. I don't have a future. Like, I might as well just give up. What's the point? I'm telling you, the point is not about you. You're not the light. God inside of you is the light. And you have a mission and a mandate to take your light into your school, into your family, into your community, and shine that light. Because the world needs to look different. The world needs to change and the world needs to be healed. And you're not the answer. But I don't believe in a faceless army where God is just got, like, God anoints and chooses people, and you are those people.
Yeah.
So he'll use you. Sorry, you can go.
The world would have you believe that there's this ladder, there's this set of steps. Trust the system. Trust the system. You do this step and then this step and then this step and then this will happen. And my God is a God of faithfulness and stewardship. Yes. But he's also the King of the universe. And he says, can you trust me with your everyday? That it's not about you and your strength and your power, but every day you give me your yes, to transform your heart, to transform your mind, to do it my way, and within my family, within my church, within my bride, and Trust me what I will do with your life. Trust me the places. This is the God that I serve. If you're in his hands, he can put you in any room he pleases. If you're in his hands, he can pick you up and move you into any space he pleases. And you know what? You will be prepared for it in that day, because we serve a kind dad. So can I set you free today that actually, can you put your hope in saying your yes to Jesus every day, for every decision, for every part of your life, for every phase of your life, and see what he will do with it? Because his light will come through you. The world will say it's all about you. You need to make it happen. You need to be the light. You need to write the book. You need to do the thing. You need the followers. Can I take the pressure off you today? You weren't made for that. You are made to carry that. You are made to carry his light. And he's got good plans for you. Thank you.
Amen.